We're looking at the best deals in the Steam Spring Sale 2025. This sale runs until March 20th. Let's get you those deals right now.
Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. The Elder Scrolls Online lets you take part.
As you move across scorching.
This island with my life, but now the Mongols have stolen our home, killed our samurai.
Hey, we're going to talk about some of the best deals we found in this sale. Will, start us out. What's your number one pick?
Number one pick has got to be Ghosts of Tsushima. This one is by Sucker Punch Productions and PlayStation. I played this actually originally on the PlayStation, and oh my gosh, the game is absolutely gorgeous. The controls are tight. It is a true cinematic adventure. Like I just could not put this game down when I was playing it. And for $40, I mean, it's a no-brainer for me. This is definitely my number one. If I was going to pick a game and I could only play one right now, this would be it.
Awesome. Thanks, Will. Oh, Will, I am going to be yelled at for this pick, but Star Wars Outlaws, I know a lot of people did not like this game, but they've totally went back in and changed and fixed most of the people's complaints with the stealth issues, with some of the story issues that they were running into. And the game is awesome. I've covered it quite a bit on the channel here, so if you want to see some coverage, check us out. I showed a bunch of how-to videos, some live streams of it. There's a lot here. It's a very fun world. As long as you're not going in expecting a Battlefront style of Star Wars game. This is, I mean, you're a rogue. That's what you're doing. You're doing rogue things. Now, that does have combat, but don't expect to go and just run and gun and be successful. But the game has some of the best-looking graphics I've seen in a long time. The world itself feels alive. It's just fun to explore and find little hidden nooks and crannies and get loot and stuff like that. So if you're into that style of game, it's 50% off already. Hasn't even been out for a year yet. Just came out November 21st of 24. Can't recommend it enough. Star Wars Outlaws. Will, what you got next for us?
I'm going to have to go with a game from over 10 years ago. Now, this is an MMO that I have spent more hours in than absolutely any other. And it is called Elder Scrolls Online. It is by far my favorite MMO, but the fact that it's $1.99 for all the gameplay you get, all the different stories, the adventures, just the world you live in for $1.99 with no subscription required. Oh my gosh, it screams everything that is worth this Steam sale. This is huge, and there are so many people who should be playing this right now and aren't, and they're playing these other MMOs for whatever God knows reason, but they should be playing Elder Scrolls Online, especially for $1.99. Eric, what's your number two?
My number two is also an old classic, a very old classic, Chrono Trigger. I played this on the SNES way back in the day. It is one of the very first games where I remember just falling in love with RPGs and like the story, like following it and loving it, the combat. It just had so many things going for it. And you know what? I sold my cartridge. I didn't even realize when I bought it was a rare game or anything like that. But now looking back, I should have held on to that damn cartridge because this game was gold. And this is a true port of the old into the new age. It's got very positive reviews here on Steam. I know when I saw it come out, I was following it very closely, and I don't really know why I haven't rebought it yet. It's just the time commitment, right? For a game like this, there's a lot of game here. It is $3.74, 75% off. If you're looking for an old school RPG, don't look any farther. Just spend that $4 and get you Chrono Trigger. Will, what you got next?
All right, so my final game on this list, I would be remiss without putting a board game slash video game on this list, and that's going to be Root, a game of woodland might and right. It is such a good board game, but the fact that they take a pretty decently complex board game and make it into a video game where it's just more about the actual tactile gameplay versus trying to remember all the little intricate rules and requirements for each of the different factions. This is such a fun game, and the fact that you can play a multiplayer without having to be in the same room and everything, so because that's a little bit harder nowadays. And this game is so good. And you know what the price? You're not gonna believe this. $7.50. Mic drop right there. Pick this one up. You won't regret it.
All right, and my last one is one that we've been playing recently, the Spell Brigade. This just came out September of last year. We didn't start playing it till maybe a couple months back. It is a fantastic bullet hell action roguelike with online cooperative. It's one of the better ones that I've ever played, to be honest. And so if you're into these style of games, like Vampire Survivors or any of those other style games, this one is a must get. And right now, it's at the low, low price of $7.49. It's 25% off, and they keep rolling out patches. This is a game that they keep supporting, keep adding content. They got a roadmap up for this year that looks fantastic. I can't say enough good things about the Spell Brigade. Check it out. All right, that wraps up our video, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and have yourself a great day.